You are. It won't do you any good.
Well, I wouldn't want people to talk.
Let them. They do it anyway.
Welcome, guys, to Popcorn and Gore Sci-Fi Cinema.
Must be my money that impresses you.
What?
I want a review of my classic sci-fi collection. This is my featured box set shelf. So I'm gonna go through them one by one and let y'all see what kind of sci-fi I've been kind of watching lately. Earlier, I rode the Invaders classic TV series from 67 and 68, seasons 1 and 2. So we'll be going over to classic sci-fi. So we'll be starting off with The Day the Earth Stood Still, featuring Michael Rennie, one of my favorites in my collection. In the background, we have It Came from Outer Space.
You know what the stars say a man born under your sign should marry?
And next up, we have Forbidden Planet, Leslie Nielsen.
Scorpio always gets along well with a Sagittarius.
Really? What else did they say?
Oh, well.
Gotta have Robbie the Robot.
It's philosophical and very positive. And has a blithe, happy-go-lucky manner.
It's beautifully done.
Starve if someone didn't come along to make him a meal occasionally.
Then we have The Green Slime. That's another one of my favorites. I actually didn't like this at first, but then I actually started watching. I was like, you know what? This thing is really good. Because it didn't make no sense. But at the same time, I was like, yo, I love it. Because it was crazy. Because it was some green slime bullshit.
First star I've seen tonight. I wish I may. I wish I might. I wish I wish.
You ooze, you lose. Folks, I think we have a meteor coming from outer space. One of the biggest. Devil Girl from Mars. Patricia LaFront, starring Naya as the Devil Girl from Mars. Ooh, me. I think I better set another plate. She's from where? From Mars.
One of the biggest.
Can you see it?
Yeah. Yeah, there it is. By the old
From Hell It Came. Another one of my favorites, a.k.a. the Tabunga. Tabunga is the monster, or a tree-like creature that comes back to life as resurrection and due to a curse brought upon by a certain person in this film. And he exacts his revenge out on those who sentence him to death. He's supposed to return as the Tabunga. From Hell It Came. Born of the jungle, witchcraft created by a curse. It came from hell. It came. So let that go ahead. So we got what's playing right now. It Came from Outer Space, which is playing right now. Then we have The Magnetic Monster. Another one of my classics. I'll just be doing a review of my featured reviews of my classic sci-fi. We have the unaired pilot for Lost in Space. Some of them I just kind of took out. This contains Robbie the Robot. This is from my other collection. But it also stars Michael Rennie too, also as the Keeper, Part 1 and 2. So I kind of took these from my other collection. I do have that collection too also. This is the other one out of that same collection. There's Michael Rennie there, the Keeper, Part 1 and Part 2. And then we go into the Robbie the Robot, when he squares off with the robot from Lost in Space. Alright, that set that these two came out of was my first Lost in Space set. That would be this one right here. This is the first one that I actually got. And these two are the two that are out of that set.
Come on, let's go down. All right, keep your shirt on.
You know, just to pull one of them out, just to share, guys. Just to show y'all what's in that particular set. That's a classic set there. I remember I got this one first. Lost in Space. I'll set that over there for a minute. And then I got this one, Lost in Space, which is the updatable version of it. Contains all of the fruits and goodies all in it, all remastered. They really did do a good job on it. It was pretty nice the way they did it up pretty good. So you could tell the difference definitely from this one versus the other box set. It was definitely mastered. Really definitely mastered. So we'll set them two off to the side. And keep in mind, guys, this is the unaired pilot. They end up getting separate from different other Lost in Space. So I just want to highlight that. I believe the remastered one contains this right here, but at first it didn't. So now we will have my complete first season of The Outer Limits on Blu-ray. There's nothing wrong with your television set. We control the horizontal, we control the vertical, we control all you see and hear. Sit quietly while we journey forth to The Outer Limits. My favorite show. I'll be getting season 2 next. And this is the booklet that comes with that. Contains everything inside. And they do a breakdown of all the characters and the skits and the plots behind the show, and a brief history of the pilots and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting to have, especially when you want to do a review on it. Plus, it's pretty informative too. Also, it lets you know a lot about the series itself. Outer Limits. Out of the episode, this one right here was one of my favorites. This right here. That was one of my favorites out of the episode because that creature was pretty cool. They did a good job on trying to put the animation in the creatures. Very good job. So this is the book set that goes with the Outer Limits.
I'm all right, Pete. Down here. Are you all right?
Then we also have the Classics Invasion set. Also that goes with the 50-pack Invasion.
John, are you all right? Johnny? Johnny?
Yeah, I wasn't hurt, Ellen.
What's the matter?
Show y'all guys what's available in
A couple of tons of earth that almost hit you.
the first brick.
Oh, what do you mean? What was it you saw down there?
I'm not sure. Some kind of a ship, I think. A what? A ship.
Pretty amazing.
This ship.
I don't know. It's like nothing we've ever seen before. Look, something must have hit this guy in the head. Come on. It sounds crazy, but I tell you, it was there. Part of it was still showing. Look, boy, you've been up in the stars too long. Now, come on, let's get out of here. A huge ball rammed there in the side of the crater. Look, this is no place to hold a conversation. Come on, let's go before it starts falling again.
That's the complete box. There's also a lot of 100 packs volume box. There's one for westerns. There's one for mystery. There's one for classic drive-in, and I opted for the one that's for classic sci-fi horror.
All right. I'm not crazy and I'm not imagining.
And these are all the ones that are contained on that
Oh,
particular
I saw an open portway.
100 box set.
What was inside? Something. And the door
Yeah,
shut.
Gamma on the front.
Started the left side. That figures.
Gamma the Invincible.
Listen to me. I did. I let maniacs drag me off in the middle of the night. Now on top of that, I get rocket ships thrown at me. Oh. So they come to find out what happened.
Show you all what's on there.
Oh, please.
First
Don't
one.
tell them what you told us.
I tell you, I was close enough to it. I could have
Reach out and touched it.
Johnny, please.
You're not going to tell those people you saw Martians running around down there.
This one's very, very classic because it also has Radar Men from the Moon.
I'd say hold
It also has Rocky Jones. This is about all the classic TV series that came on. I think the Undersea Kingdom. And
You don't believe me either.
Voyage to the Moon. I mean, just about every one that you could imagine is on this particular one. They did a pretty good job on it.
Hi. Hey, what's going on? How long you been up there?
And you can see Commander Cody all dressed up for the Radar Men from the Moon.
Meteor. Jimmy says the biggest one that ever hit us.
When they mean classics, they mean classics on this particular set. They really did a good job on this one.
Sky like the end of all creation. There's no meteor. No meteor. What's the amateur?
I just decided to just do a real in-depth
Kind of a ship down there.
view for my classic Invasion box sets.
We meet one of those stars you're right about, or the kind that Pete here operates.
I tell you, the evidence is buried right down there. This may be the biggest thing that's ever happened. If you're smart, you'll get this whole area sealed off until we know what we're up against.
Then we have Star Trek,
See it, Ellen?
the motion picture.
But if John says he saw it,
It's a big mistake. You, Pete?
I remember the first time I bought this, it was pretty good.
Its appearance, this thing came from outer space.
That's right, outer space.
I even have reason to believe that some form of life in it.
Motion picture, Star Trek.
Fast if the earth that hard and stay in one piece.
So
That's right.
rest in peace, Lieutenant Uhura.
Would anyone still walk around after a concussion like that? Just an extra job. I want to make sure I quote you right for the paper.
And this would be my VHS copy of
oh, never mind that.
Star Trek, The Voyage Home. This was also funny too. Also, I actually liked it when Spock was learning his colorful metaphors. What double dumbass on you? Still to this day,
Don't tell me you're going back to Sand Rock. When Warren gets through printing
Yeah,
that
the
space
VHS.
newspaper, they won't let you walk around out in the open.
Oh, you too, Pete. We need help, not lectures.
Come on, Ellen.
It is. All pristine and clean.
What a help.
I keep my stuff clean too also.
Great observatory. You've done a lot of work with him.
So I have a lot of stuff on VHS to present. But rest in peace to Lieutenant Uhura.
Hey, slow down. John,
We also have Star Trek, the complete series on Blu-ray.
oh, you can't really blame them.
I did see it. I even saw some kind of tracks. I can't be just imagining it.
Where no man has gone before.
People talking behind your back and laughing.
They've talked about me before. Even your old friend, the sheriff.
I didn't mean anything by it.
One of my favorites.
Told me all my life. You know how he looks after me.
Especially when you're looking at doing classic stuff.
Even to myself.
It's always one of my favorites.
Maybe if we really do find something.
Favorite go-to, shall I say, in the production series lineup.
I have to run.
But we have Star Trek.
You better keep out of it for a while, though. I don't want them laughing at you. Look.
What's that?
Also, we got Space Hunters featuring Molly Ringwald.
What was that?
One of my favorites.
Did you hit it?
And she's an Earth girl, and she talk Earther, just like you. And she don't like no dogs.
Keep the motor running, Johnny, please.
Space Hunters.
Stay here.
We also have the Stormtroopers. I just like to show my VHS part of it. It makes it look really official because I do have all this on Blu-ray, but still, looks more badass when you bring out with the VHS, you know.
What is it?
I heard something.
It's like the ultimate VHS collection wheel. What y'all guys think? Classic thumbnail?
To Joshua Tree.
Let's get out of here.
I would say so. And we also have Doctor Who's My Destiny of the Daleks. Apologize about the shaking. This guy sitting here trying to line everything up. So we got the Tom Baker years. It's one of my classics that I normally predominantly use. All of my classics that I run are the Tom Baker series, 'cause I'm a big fan of the Tom Baker series, so I just kind of run those. And this is story 105, I believe. Destiny of the Daleks. You will not move. He's Devros. Yeah, story, yep, 104. Story 104. Destiny of the Daleks. Tom Baker years. So then we got the complete first season of Doctor Who on Blu-ray. inside of the slipcover.
Morning, John.
Morning.
Looks pretty cool too also.
Gentlemen, Christmas Field. How do you do? Where the show you started? Any statement? I repeat,
That's
right here.
the complete season 1.
These Martians. Stick around. I may really have some.
This is the complete season 3. Tom Baker years, of course.
This is private. You mind? Not at all. How about it, Miss Field?
As you can see, I'm a huge fan of Tom Baker. Bye bye. And we have season 7.
Hiya, Bob. Hi.
The complete. All I'm working on now is getting a telephone booth. And I'm going to create a big theme shelf of it.
Oh, you just got started? Well, hardly.
Of the whole thing.
You do believe it?
Look, John, last night you saw a media folder. That much has been substantiated by witnesses. The presence of the crater itself, its formation and characteristics.
So what y'all guys think?
Theory that it was a meteor.
But I tell you, I saw a ship.
You saw something that looked like a ship. You can't prove it, John.
I can prove it if I can get you to help me dig it out of there.
Tom Baker years for me was the ultimate because it was like he had a very good spin
For months and spent thousands.
on it. And it's like he was just
Would be the
down to earth in his characters. I mean, he really
characteristic of the meteor. The fusion
was like a fucking doctor for real. I mean, he just take you through a journey and you just follow his ass right along. It's like, and the other ones, not saying that they couldn't do it either, but
everything
to me, I think he had a more of a better spin on becoming a time traveler. Because when you talk about a time traveler, that's usually a specific duty that's bestowed on someone, and it's kind of very, very hard to convey yourself to try to play that part. And I think he did a good job at doing that because he really did
But I do know I expect
take you on an adventure that you kind of would you wouldn't believe. And like I said, I ended up falling in love with Tom Baker when I first saw him on TV, and I was like, wow, he's a doctor for real. And it's like, and I just ended up following him around. And then that's what led me to get Story 105, because this right here is what started it off. I got this one very first. And this is the first thing I saw on television. And I was like, that's it. Destiny to Daleks, that's it. And then after that, I'm like, I'm building a memorial shelf. I'm gonna get a Dalek. I'm gonna get a bust of Tom Baker and the phone booth, and I'm gonna create a whole theme shelf. Actually, the shelf that's behind there is the shelf that's gonna be waiting. That's gonna be part of that Doctor Who's collection. And then once I put that all together, then everything else will, kind of fall into place. And then also I ended up just grabbing this 4 classics, the Arena, the Eliminators, and America 3000 and the Time Guardian. I made it got it for the Eliminators and the Time Guardian because that was the only way you're going to get it. They had put it out on this particular 4-disc collection. And there's the Eliminators there.
Trouble is, she keeps trailing after you. See, this town doesn't understand you. Poking around out here in the desert, squinting up at the stars, and now you come up with this story.
Makes it pretty cool too also when you add it together with the rest of the collection, and you'll get a broader sense of what it is to actually have that. So I'll be reviewing too also my sci-fi adventure, but I just wanted to do my classic sci-fi first, and then I'll delve deeper into my sci-fi adventure because I actually do got that shelf behind me already ready, and I just wanted to kind of showcase Tom Baker and all the rest of the sci-fi classics that I do have.
Smile, please, Miss Fields. Joe, get it, will you? What about this monster you ran into last night?
fellas, come on, stop bothering her, will you?
Just checking your story.
What are you trying to prove?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Maybe getting publicity for a new book you're writing. Don't get sore, Putnam. You're news now.
So when you saying sci-fi classics, you gotta have the one and only. So I thought that these would be a better deal in order to talk about. So
I'm crazy.
I just want to thank y'all guys for checking out my channel, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you like what I do. And I'll be pulling out more media as I go along. I do have more sci-fi, tons of sci-fi, like the Birth of Another Planet. I just have everything, but I mainly just want to feature my featured wheel section of the sci-fi classics. And then when I get in season 2 of this one, I'll have that one next to that, and all this will go on that particular shelf. Now you see why I'm doing it separate, because I have a lot of classic sci-fi, and I kind of want to get them organized first before I move on to sci-fi fantasy, because I got tons of sci-fi fantasy. When we get there, it'll be almost like 3 wheels just on sci-fi fantasy alone, especially with Nemesis and all the rest of the stuff that I do have for that particular class. I believe Terminator 2 is in there, Terminator 1's in there. That's why everybody's in that particular. I think I have. What else do I have in there? A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Sci-fi fantasy is in there. So I just wanted to do the classics first. So, all right, guys. Thank you all for joining me, and as always, click that like button and subscribe to what I do. And there'll be more Invasion Cinema coming soon too, also. And there will be another box set involving, like I said, the sci-fi adventure and sci-fi fantasy. But I just wanted to do my classic sci-fi first. So thank y'all guys for supporting the channel and liking what I do. And as always, click that like button and subscribe. And if you're a movie buff like I do, or like I am, you always got something on the screen. As you can see in the background, we have a double feature for tonight. And this is what's playing right now. It came from outer space. But it's going to be a double bill feature.
And yet it looks so dead out there.
I'm going to have it doubled with the Magnetic Monster as tonight's cine feature.
Ready to kill you if you go too far.
So that's like an ultimate feature wheel.
1,000 ways the desert can kill.
Yep. For tonight's ultimate feature wheel.
What do you look like? What am I supposed to be looking for?
And I think on the last featured wheel I had Devil Girl from Mars
Hiding in the desert.
hooked up with another sci-fi